Hey, so you're here watching this video because you're a business owner and you want to get more sales. Stop overcomplicating sales funnels. You're here because you want more customers and you want to pay less to acquire them. And that's exactly what I'm going to be showing you in this video, because in today's video, I'm going to be showing you 4 different sales funnels. And these are the only sales funnels that you need to use and to learn how to use in order to grow your business to whatever level, 7 figures, 8 figures, all that kind of stuff. And the best part about this video is that sales funnels are no longer confusing. There's only 4 of them that you ever need to even think about. And I'm going to break those down right now. So the first one is actually just the opt-in funnel, right? Where you want to get leads. Now, before we dive into the opt-in funnel, all this stuff is contingent on 2 things, whether you're selling a high ticket offer or a low ticket offer. And we'll just kind of classify that just kind of broad terms right now as anything that's over $1,000 and anything that's less than $1,000 we'll call low ticket. I guess there could be like super low ticket, something that's like $37 or $7, but we'll just go above 1,000, under 1,000, because anything that's over 1,000, you're probably going to want to book a call. You're going to want to hop on a call, talk with them one-on-one, or have someone from your sales team do that. And so that's a little bit different of a funnel. Now, back to the opt-in funnel. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm going to be drawing up right now. And yeah, you're probably familiar with this, but I'll talk about a few different things that are maybe a little bit different than what you've learned in the past. And so the first thing, there's 2 ways to do this. The first way would be with a lead magnet. Okay, so a lead magnet is something that you can give away for free. This could be, a template. This could be a script. This could be just a video. It could be a course. You want this to be something that's easily consumable. And I'm not going to do a whole video on lead magnets right now, but using a lead magnet, it's going to improve your opt-in rate. Somebody lands on your page and it just says, hey, join my newsletter. That person's going to be a lot less likely than if they land on your page and it says, hey, get this free script guaranteed to help you close more clients or whatever. So lead magnets, they help with conversion rate. Now, the problem with them is that you might just get some people jumping on your email list and entering their phone number that really aren't interested in buying anything. They just kind of want the free lead magnet. And to me, that's okay, because they join your email list. You never know. You can persuade them maybe to purchase, or they might purchase down the line. And the other kind of opt-in funnel that you see is what I call like an offer funnel, where you're not really showing them anything that's for free, but you're telling them about some sort of irresistible offer that you have. And it could be your core offer that you're going to sell, but you're telling them about it on an opt-in page. And it's such a good offer that it's going to entice them to click the button, enter their name and email just to learn what the offer is and maybe try to find out the pricing and all that kind of stuff. The point is here that on this webpage, there needs to be maybe a video or a graphic. There definitely needs to be a headline up top. I prefer a video with a button that when they click it, it'll pop up, something that will allow them to enter their email. Now, I recommend that you ask for their first name, their email, and their phone number, because what I'm selling is normally a little bit more high ticket. I want that phone number so that I can have an appointment setter. This is somebody else that will call them up immediately and say, hey, I saw you filled out a form on our website. Thank you so much. Tell me a little bit about your business. If they're kind of qualified to be a customer for us, let's say they have enough money and their business aligns with what we kind of help people do, then he'll say, hey, I'd love to book you on a call, a sales call. And that is the setter's job. And they can call them right then and there within 5 minutes of them entering their phone number. And you should get a pretty high rate of people jumping on the calendar, booking that call. Now, the problem with asking for the phone number is that your opt-in conversion rate is going to go down a little bit, meaning, with just the email, probably anybody's willing to enter that email in there. But when they got to start entering their phone number, they become a little more skeptical, a little bit more worried. But that's okay, because to me, it's like, okay, if you're worried to enter your phone number in the form because you don't want to get called and you don't want to get sold this product, then you're not a good fit. Like, we want somebody that has this pain point of whatever we're offering so that they're willing to enter their email. It's almost like qualifying them a little bit more, like, hey, if you're not even willing to put your phone number into our website, then you're probably not going to become a customer. Okay, so you got your landing page, you got your opt-in. What is going to be on the next page? Well, to me, this is a check your email page. Because number one, you want to make sure they entered a valid email there. So I'm just going to draw a little email box there, little paper envelope. Check your email on that next page. Like I said, you want it to be a valid email. So if they just enter in, some random email address in there. They're like, I'm not going to be able to get the information that I came for, the free lead magnet or whatever, or the link to your next step in your sales process that's coming from the email. So that's the next page. And you can also include some content here. I mean, you could pitch them a product if you really wanted to, but they're not even warm yet. So I would say a video right there. Hopefully they consume some content. They get a little bit more warmed up. They go and they check their email. They get the lead magnet or the link to the next step in the process. And then that would take them to the next page of the funnel. And this here is where you're delivering that lead magnet. You gave them a link to click. They can go over there, get what they signed up for, or, you know, they're going to see your offer, which your offer mean it's going to be a VSL. And a lot of times the lead magnet content that you're going to give them is going to be a video anyways. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and draw the video here. And there you go. Inside of that VSL, you're going to pitch them on either buying your product or booking a call. Now this is kind of where it gets to the price point, right? This is a low price point, like $7. You're not going to want to get on a call for $7. So you're going to literally have a VSL there that is going to be a buy now button underneath that. And if you are selling something that's expensive, right, and you want them to book a call, then that button will click over to a calendar page. And that would be really the last part of this funnel, would be the calendar. And yes, that's exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna go over there, they're gonna consume that content that's in your VSL or in the lead magnet product that you gave them, which could be a VSL too, right? And then they're gonna go over and book a call right there on your calendar. So you want that first page to be a lead magnet or an irresistible offer. And I'll show you guys a few examples of the two different things right now. And as you can see on the screen right now, here is two examples. One is for a lead magnet for them to get a shooting workout. This is from my basketball training channel that I used to run. Here I was selling things that were less than $100. So we were not booking calls. As you can see, there's no phone number capture. And when they enter their email, they actually get delivered the content right away. This is not a check your email type funnel. You can see the next page right here, but there is a link to click over and buy my product, which has the VSL on that page. And here is an example of an irresistible offer that is for our company VidChops. We are a YouTube agency and a video editing service. And so by putting up an irresistible offer, people can click on this, a pop-up appears, and here we are asking for name, phone number, and email. And we have a setter who's trying to help us book more calls. And after you submit your information on this page, you're gonna land right here. And this essentially is our VSL with the book now. And I guess the page after this would just be a thank you page. I think I probably forgot to put the thank you page up here. And that thank you page is a thank you for booking a spot on our calendar page, meaning, you know, you're gonna wanna give them more instructions on how to make sure they show up for that call. Now there's more kind of emails that go out and there's more to this funnel as far as the follow-up and stuff, but this is the initial lead magnet funnel that you're going to want to use, that you're going to want to send your YouTube traffic to, that you can run ads to, and you want them to land on this page, not your home page on your website, because they're going to convert at a much higher rate in this funnel into leads for your business. All right, so the next funnel is the webinar funnel. And if you are familiar with Alex Hormozi, he revealed that one of the companies in his portfolio is publishing.com, and they have a killer webinar funnel. So if you want to go kind of funnel hack them and go through their process there, you can see they have like a 2-hour webinar that they run there. And that business does like over 120 million a year. And like I said, it's part of his portfolio. So the webinar funnel still to this day is very effective. It's evergreen webinar funnel over there on publishing.com, which is crazy because it's like a pre-recorded one that they're just running over and over again. And it seems to be working. At VidChops, we're working on putting together a webinar funnel, but essentially you need to create like a hour to 2 hour long training that you will deliver live or as an evergreen one or pre-recorded one. And the funnel that leads up to is going to help you capture a ton of leads and then you try to convert them on that call. This is a good way to sell, even though it is live, because it's one to many. You can get 100 people on that call and you can pitch them one time and you can do it live and it's more personal. And these are great for pitching high ticket products. So you're not going to do a lot of webinars for $47 product. You could, but typically it's for about $1,000 to, I would say, maybe up to $10,000. I think 10,000 is pushing it, but you normally see webinars for $1,000 to $2,000. But like I said, the webinar part's free. So I'm going to go ahead and start mapping out a webinar funnel. All right, so the main thing about the webinar funnel is it is an opt-in, but there's also going to be an element of date. Meaning when you have your page here, you might have a VSL or maybe just a headline at publishing.com. They just have a couple headlines, and then I think just a first name, email, button. So people really are opting in on this page at a decent rate because they want to join the webinar. Now I mentioned the date thing here because let's assume you're doing it live. They're gonna need to select a date, and they normally wanna do that on this page. If it's a live webinar, you could probably even have the date on there. But if it's an evergreen webinar, you don't need all that. You can just do the name, the email, submit, and then on the next page you say, hey, the next webinar is starting in 3 minutes or 2 minutes. There's a little countdown timer going. Either way, it's gonna be some sort of webinar thank you page. Now you already got the lead, you're not trying to sell them on this page or anything. The main thing is that you want them to show up to the webinar live. Like you want them on that call. That's your only goal. So that's exactly what this page should do here. It should be a video that says, hey, this is what you're gonna learn. And it's also, announce, hey, at the end of the webinar, if you stick around to the end, you're gonna get this other free bonus to try to get them, number one, like I said, to show up. And then number two, to retain the whole presentation, because the sales presentation, it's really gonna warm them up to becoming an eager customer. And that's really the power of the webinar, is like it takes 2 hours for them to sit through that whole thing. By the end of it, you're gonna be asking them for like $1,000 or $2,000. So it's pretty crazy. But not only have people that have stuck around to the end been warmed up, but they've also qualified, right? They're interested, they're qualified. So you have a great opportunity to give them a great offer. I mean, it can't just be anything, it's gotta be a great offer, and they will purchase. So if the webinar is a couple days away, just like with everything, you want the follow-up emails, making sure they show up. Who knows, even text messages. Definitely send them more content, send out more content, emails, text, content, getting them ready, getting them excited about the webinar. And now that they're on your email list, you can pitch them low ticket products if they don't buy and all that kind of stuff moving forward. The next funnel that I would recommend is the Tripwire funnel. The Tripwire funnel is an interesting one because you can use it as your front end, because it's actually something where they have to take out their credit card and purchase. It's a low ticket product, $7, $37. I mean, technically a Tripwire could go up all the way to $97, but I would say like $7 or $37 is a good Tripwire. Some of the pros of a Tripwire are actually that the people will consume the content, right? So they're gonna consume content, which is a crucial part of selling them something that's high ticket eventually, right? So imagine you're running ads and sending them to a landing page where they can click the buy now button right then, $7, they have to take out their credit card and they swipe it. Now they're inside your course or your training or whatever you pitched them. And because they paid for it, they're much more likely to consume that content, which will help build that know, like, and trust factor with you, the person that's selling them something. So that's actually kind of a positive. Now the cons, there are definitely cons too, because when you're sending them to a free lead magnet or any other kind of landing page, they're much more likely to become a lead. We're talking about 20 to 30% of the people landing on the page, entering their name and email, becoming a lead, as to where you use a Tripwire, now you got maybe like 2% of the people that land on that page are taking out their credit card and purchasing. Now that is, I guess, probably part of the problem, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to kind of build your email list of customers right then and there easily with that low ticket. It's called the Tripwire because it's basically people raising their hand, tripping the wire and telling you, hey, I am a qualified person and I'm willing to spend some money, and what I just purchased from you aligns perfectly with whatever else you offer there. I'm just trying to get some value, and that's all good, but like I said, most people are gonna land on that page and they're just gone. So I'm just gonna say low conversion. Now these are the kind of funnels that get kind of crazy. First of all, you have your low ticket offer. Okay, that's the Tripwire. Then it's gonna go to probably the next page is gonna be something to an upsell up. And then if they don't purchase, there might be, maybe a downsell. Oh, you didn't want to spend, $297 on the next page? Well, here's something for $97. Oops, downsell, DS. And then, it could be a cross sell. That'd be something that's like the same price, but let's just say there's another up sell. And this is like, now we're getting to our typical kind of funnel process with all these upsells, trying to get the most money out of the customer on the front end throughout the back end. And we could go on forever with this, but let's just say these both go to the same thank you page. I do recommend that you test this kind of funnel, because if you put something out there for really cheap that aligns with whatever you're trying to upsell, you're really weeding out the people that are not likely to buy from you. And one last quick tip here is I want to talk about that landing page where you can have what's called a two-step checkout. So basically on page 1, you have a form that does not ask for any money, does not really even mention money sometimes, but it could have the price on there. But nonetheless, it's asking for the name, email, phone number on that page. And then a lot of people will submit that information, get to the next page, and this is where they got to spend the money. And they won't do it on that page. You know, they chicken out or whatever. They bounce, abandon shopping cart on that page. But the point is that they've already entered their name and email. They've become a lead. They raise their hand, is that they are somewhat interested. So you can build a relationship with them and market to them further. I've actually never tried a two-step opt-in, but I've heard people swear by it and say like, oh, I heard somebody say 40% conversion rate on that front page. Unless that was coming from organic YouTube traffic, I do not see how an ad could do that. But even if you could just get like maybe a 15 to 20% or even 10% conversion rate, I mean, you're selling your low ticket product at a high rate and you're capturing at least some leads, and it would just be good for your business. And the last funnel is the challenge funnel. This is your 7-day challenge, your 30-day challenge, depending on what you're selling. And talk about building a relationship with somebody. If they're on calls with you live, you're doing a challenge together, you're gonna help them achieve something over 7 days, 14 days. And if they actually do achieve something over that time, that's gonna really help them, because at the end of this challenge, you are going to pitch them your core offer. So first thing is coming up with the offer. I like 7-day or even 5-day. You start going 30-day. No, not too many people are going to complete that. I mean, even 2-day, right? You just want people to complete it, get the value, and feel great, right? So I would just go however long it takes you to get results, right? Because if it's weight loss and stuff like that, 7-day, even 2-day, that stuff's just not going to work. But for what I'm doing, I actually prefer 5-day, because who wants to do all that work on the weekends? Okay, so the follow-up's going to be in the emails. I don't know what else you might want to use, some SMS, text message. And then of course, even the live calls. So there should be at least a couple live calls on this thing, whether, you know, it's just a course throughout the 5 days. I think that could work. And then the last day you get on a call, and you can use a lot of automation to kind of deliver the content. But in a dream world with all the time in the world, you would actually get on a call every single day throughout the challenge with them and help them answer the questions, make sure they're doing the accountability stuff. But that's not always possible, especially if it's a 30-day. You might just do a 1 live call per week. Now, here on the next page, you might want to offer VIP. Okay, so you're right, you want to maybe get some money in the door, right? You spend all this money on ads to drive traffic to that 5-day challenge page, and you want to recuperate some of that money, not risk it all on this funnel. You could offer them VIP. So for, you know, $195, whatever price point you want to go with, they get this, and this. These are live calls, more coaching, just better onboarding process, more help. Whatever you want to include in that offer, they can purchase it right on that next page. And then the very last page, this is the page that you won't send them till you make the offer to them at the end of the challenge. But this right here is your money page. This is where they can enter their credit card, check out. They have all the information. It's a sales page, it's a VSL, and that's where you're gonna send them once you want them to purchase your core offer. But you know, give it its own custom 7-day challenge landing page so that it's all part of this one funnel, and they can enjoy maybe a discount on that page, or you can include some more free bonuses to help convert people into customers. And yes, there's probably some sort of upsell flow, maybe if you really want to. But if it's your core offer and they are warmed up at this point, you can hit them not with a tripwire. Don't send them for $7 at that point. You just did a lot of work right there. Hopefully you help them get results. You know, that's what it's about. Like as soon as they become a customer, like now it's time to really get them some major results. Major results in 5 days, that might be hard, but some results is enough to, hey, make it worth everyone's while, welcome them to your world and your teaching style, and hopefully get a lifelong customer. So those are the 4 most important funnels for your business. Go ahead and try them out. Hopefully this was simple enough for you. I got another video for you right here on the screen. It's just as good. So go ahead and go watch that video. And if you're new here, please hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.